Hey guys, and welcome back. So today I wanted to sit down and talk to you about like a beginner's high-end makeup kit. So these are all products that I really love that I think are going to be user-friendly for people who are just starting out in makeup or in high-end makeup. So I have a whole range of products sitting next to me and we're just going to go through and kind of chat about them, why I like them, why I think they'd be good products for someone just starting out. Also bear with me, my voice is kind of going in and out because I'm pretty sure my boyfriend got me sick. He works with kids and so he gets sick and then I get sick and it's just not fun. But just bear with me and we will get through this video together. So to start off, I have two priming options. Obviously everybody's skin type is a little bit different, so you're going to want different things based on that. But two of my favorites, okay, so I have combination skin, but it leans more towards the dry side, especially in the winter. So in the summer I get oily, but in the winter like I'm super dry. The first is strictly a hydrating primer. So this is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. It's actually made with coconut water, which is why it smells so amazing. And it's just a really good like hydrating primer for under makeup. I'm not sure that it really prolongs the wear of your foundation or anything, but it does give you like a nice hydrated layer underneath so that makeup sits nicely on top of it and it doesn't dry out your skin at all. So I really like this. So this is definitely great if you have dry skin. So the next primer I want to talk about is the No Pore Bloom Primer. And this is from Touch in Seoul. This is what it looks like. This is kind of a newer product at Sephora. It's a Korean skincare, and makeup brand. And this is a really great primer if you want that like smoothing effect. It really blurs everything out, fine lines and pores and all that kind of stuff. But it also has this really interesting texture, and it's one of the only smoothing primers that I've found, or blurring primers, that doesn't really dry me out. This primer will be really good for like a range of skin types because it does have that smoothing effect, but it's also not super drying. So if you have dry skin, you'll love this. If you have combination skin, you'll love this. If you have oily skin, you'll probably love this. But these are my top picks for primers, and I think this one's only $18 or $20, I believe, so a little bit cheaper than this one, but they're both really great options. Moving on to foundation, and the foundation that I'm going to recommend is the Clinique Even Better Glow Light Reflecting Makeup. So this is kind of new to their line. I really love this foundation. It gives you, I have it on today, it gives you a nice glow, but it's not overwhelming, so it's not going to make you look oily or shiny in any places. It also has good medium coverage and it's very buildable. So if you're just starting out, like I wouldn't jump right into like a full coverage, full matte foundation because that might not be the best thing for you. I would definitely start lighter and kind of build up from there. And this is a really great option. I've been loving this foundation. It's only $28. It does a really good job of covering and kind of evening out skin tone. So I really love this. So next up we have concealer, and one of my favorites right now is the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. I really like this because it gives a really nice like medium coverage again, but it doesn't crease and it doesn't look cakey on the skin. It looks very natural. So if you're definitely just starting out in like high-end makeup or makeup in general, this will be a great option for you because it's not like just diving headfirst into like full coverage. Again, like with foundation, you kind of want to dip your toe in and then see what you like from there. I think this product is only $28, so not bad for price. And it just sits really nicely on the skin. I have a problem with a lot of concealers creasing under my eyes no matter what I do, no matter what I set them with. And this is one of the only concealers that really lasts. By the end of the day, there will be a little bit of creasing, but it lasts a pretty long time before that happens. So I really like this concealer. So my recommendation for powder for you guys, obviously this is another product that there are a ton of options out there. Whether you want a matte finish or a more luminous finish or a natural finish, there are so many options out there for you guys. My recommendation to you guys is to find a powder that is like a travel size, especially if you are someone who wants to try a loose powder, because I find that powder is one of those things that I never use up the entire product. So I love these little mini ones, especially to travel with or to test the product out to see if I really like it before I dive in to buy the big one. My favorite is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I think it sets my makeup really well while still allowing it to look natural and not super matte. Again, I have combination skin, so I have to be careful to not look too dry or too luminous. I have to find a nice balance, so it usually lies within the natural finish range, which is why I love this powder, but there are so many out there again. Okay, so now we're going to move on to brows, which everyone does their brows differently. There are so many brow products out there. My favorite brow products though are definitely the Anastasia Beverly Hills ones. So I think for the price, they are really great products, and she has so many different kinds of products that if you're a beginner to like advanced, you can find something that works for you. My favorites are the Clear Brow Gel and the Brow Wiz. So the Brow Wiz may take a little bit more time to get used to because it is so skinny, so it takes a while to fill in your brows. But if you're someone who just wants to fill in your brows quickly, she does have like a triangle shaped one that I've tried. I can't remember. It's the Brow Definer, I think. That will be a lot easier if you're just starting out to like fill them in quickly. But these are definitely some of my favorite brow products. The Clear Brow Gel is really great because it sets your brows in place, but it doesn't make them feel like they're glued down. It doesn't make them look like they're glued down. They just look really natural, just they stay in place all day. So I really love her brow products. They have great products in general, so definitely check them out. So let's move on to face products first, and then we'll move into eyes. So for bronzer, which is my favorite thing in the world, I like to go for a more matte bronzer so that I can use it for contour as well as warming up the entire complexion. And my favorite is NARS Laguna. They have a few different shades of bronzers. Laguna is the one, as you can see, I really like this product. They have a few different shades, but this is the product that works best for my skin tone. I think it's a really good bronzer slash contouring powder for like light to medium-ish skin tones. It just has a really nice undertone. It's not too warm, but it's not too cool at the same time. So it really does warm up the complexion, but also allows you to kind of chisel out your cheekbones as well. I have it on my skin right now. I also have the liquid version, so if you are someone who doesn't really like powder products and likes more liquid products, they do have a version of this bronzer in a liquid form. I really like that as well. It blends really seamlessly into the skin, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely check that out as well. I love NARS products. Again, it's one of my favorite brands, so can't go wrong with them. So moving on to blush, my favorite blush is also from NARS, and these are all of their, well, a few of their blushes. They're some of my favorites. So I have a Madly here, which is this very nice like neutral shade. If you have fair to light skin tones, this is going to be a great blush for you because it gives a nice flush to the cheeks, but also allows you to add definition. If you're someone who likes more pink in your skin, I would definitely go for Deep Throat or Orgasm. So these, oh, my orgasm broke. So these definitely have more pigment in them, as you can see, than Madly does. So if you like a nice pinky blush, then these are definitely the ones for you. These do have a little bit of, I wouldn't say like shimmer, but they're definitely more radiant than Madly. Madly is a true matte blush, but these have more radiance in them. So if that's something you're looking for as well, these would be great options. Orgasm is like probably their most popular color. It supposedly looks good on every skin tone, no matter who you are. It has this like really beautiful like gold shift in it. I don't know, you can't really see it on camera, but it is a beautiful, beautiful blush. It's one of my favorites during the summer, so definitely check that out. And then my last recommendation to you is Torrid. So if you don't want to have shimmer in your blush like the previous two, but you do like more of a pink tone, give yourself a little more color, this would be my recommendation. This is a beautiful matte shade. I love this blush. The reason I love these so much is I'm not a huge fan of blush, I'm sure, like I've said in multiple videos, but these just really give off a nice light color. Now they are very buildable, so if you want something that's more pigmented, that's definitely a look you can achieve, but for me I like that they are kind of like a nice wash of color and just give a nice flush instead of like full on like your cheeks are pink. So those are definitely my recommendations for blush. We're gonna move on to highlight now, and my favorite kind of high-end highlight is Oh Darling by MAC. It's this beautiful like champagne-y gold highlight. These highlights are so beautiful, but the best thing about them is they can go on very subtly or they can build up really intensely. So it's a great product to have in your collection, especially if you're just starting out in high-end makeup and don't have a ton of highlight options, because it is so versatile. They do have other shades in this, so if this is not a color that works for your skin tone, if it's too dark or too light for you, they definitely have other options. I just love this formula so much. These are their Extra Dimension Skin Finishes. So I really love these products. There's another color that I want to try that's more like opal-y and not as gold. So I really love these. I think they're great. Can't go wrong with them. Okay, so now let's move on to the eyes. And the first thing that I'm going to share with you guys is an eye primer. So normally I just use concealer and I set it down with some translucent powder and I'm good to go. But if there are days when you want like a real eye primer, I would recommend MAC Paint Pots, Pro Longwear Paint Pot, that's what they're called. So this is what they look like. It's just a really creamy like eyeshadow base. I like it because it's not too drying, but it's also not like too wet where you won't be able to set it down and it'll like be really tacky on your eyes. So it's like that perfect in between. I have soft ochre, which is really good if you have natural to like yellow undertones in your skin, but they also have painterly, which is really good if you have more like pink neutral undertones. So based on your skin tone, you can pick one that's good for you. These are really great for creating a nice smooth base for your eyeshadow. So now onto eyeshadow, and I would recommend to get an eyeshadow palette if you are just starting out in high-end makeup. And the first one that I would suggest that you go out and buy is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Obviously everybody raves about this. These shadows are so pigmented, but they're really easy to use. Like, they're not overly pigmented where if you're just starting out you would have difficulty. I think they blend really easily. They're really beautiful shades, but the reason I love this palette is how versatile it is. So you have a lot of like warm toned like orangey bronze shades, you have some like cool tone shades, you have some like warm pinky shades. I think this is just a really great palette that you can make a ton of different eye looks with, which is really what you're looking for if you are just starting out and this is like your first high-end palette. You want something that you can use all the time, that you don't have to go out and buy a ton of different products to achieve a ton of different looks. So there's mostly matte shades in here. There are two shimmer shades, which are these two right here. They're really beautiful shadows. Again, they blend beautifully on the eye. I think this is one of my favorite palettes. To be honest, like, if this is the palette that I go to when I don't know what I want to do with my makeup that day. So if I'm like struggling, if I'm in a little bit of a makeup rut, this is the palette I pull out for inspiration because again, these shades are beautiful. There's so many different looks you can create with it. So I don't really think it's like a staple in anyone's makeup collection and definitely a good way to start your high-end collection. So to continue with eyes, we're going to talk about eyeliners. And my favorite like creamy pencil liners are the Marc Jacobs highliners. This is what they look like. They're a little pricey. They're $25 a piece, but they are amazing in the waterline, on the lid. They do not budge. They do not budge. So if you're someone just starting out and you want something that's really easy to use and going to stay in place all day, I would definitely recommend these. For the price, like, they're so worth it. They're so beautiful. There's a beautiful range of shades. I have, what is this called? Rococo, I think. And that is what it looks like. It's just really nice, like, bronzy brown shade. I love putting this on my lid and kind of smoking it out, or I like using this on my lower lash line. It's a beautiful shade. I also have a black one which I use for like every day, and then I also have like a maroony shade. So their natural shades are really nice and their colors are really nice as well. So I love these eyeliners. I can't say enough good things about them. Okay, so now for mascara, and this is another one that there are so many mascaras on the market. Like, it's one of those products too that I don't stick to one for long. Like, I love trying mascara. I'm always trying something different. But there is one in particular that I always go back to because I know it's going to look good on my lashes no matter what. Even if I'm having a bad lash day, I know it's going to look good. And that is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. It's a really great just basic mascara. It gives length, it gives volume. It doesn't really budge, it doesn't get under the eyes. The brush is really nice, I don't know if you can see that. But this mascara just really coats the lashes beautifully and makes them really pop, which I think lashes are really important, especially when pulling an eye look together. I know before I put my mascara on, I think my lashes look bald. If there was one makeup product I could put on before running out the door, like, and not having time to put on any makeup, it would be mascara. So yeah, this is a really great, just basic mascara if you want length and volume. It's one of my favorites. I always go back to it. So the last category is lips, and I don't have a huge collection of lip products, but there are two that I want to share with you guys. Lips are probably the thing I get the least excited about, just because I'm not very adventurous with my lip color. I usually just stick to like nudes or mauve nudes, so I don't really venture out that much. But I do want to share two products with you guys, and the first is a lip balm. So this is the Agave Lip Balm from Bite Beauty. This is what it looks like. It smells so good. It smells like straight sugar, and it's really the only lip balm that I've ever tried. And believe me, I've tried a lot. I'm addicted to lip balm. There, I said it. This is really the only lip balm that has soothed my chapped lips. My lips get really dry year-round. It doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. If it's cold, if it's warm, my lips are just always dry. And I scrub them and I exfoliate them and I do all these things, but they still get dry and it's just something I have to live with. But this is really the only lip balm that moisturizes and conditions them and actually makes them feel soft. They also have a lip mask and a lip scrub in this line that I've heard are really good. I haven't tried them yet, but I definitely want to. They're on my list. So if you were looking for a high-end lip balm, I would definitely recommend this one. Okay, and then lipsticks. So I don't really love the matte liquid lipstick trend anymore. I'm kind of moved on. I do like a matte lipstick, but I want something that's a little bit creamier, something that's not going to make my lips look drier than they already are. So my favorite are the Rainforest of the Sea lipsticks by Tarte. They have a beautiful range. This one is Beach Babe. They have a beautiful range of colors. They range from really light nudes to dark mauve reds. So I think no matter what you're looking for, they'll definitely have a color for you. They're super beautiful. They are still matte, but they're a little bit creamier and they just look beautiful on the lips. So this is what the color looks like. These are definitely like my go-to lip products. I love them. So they do layer nicely and the colors are super pigmented. They last pretty long on the lips for like a normal lipstick, but I really love these. You can't go wrong with them. I think this is the best formula of lipstick that at least I've ever tried. I really like them. So I would definitely recommend these for you guys. So that was my recommendations for you guys if you are just starting out in high-end makeup. These are products that I love and that I think you guys would love too. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys found some inspiration from this video to go out and buy some of these products. If there are products that you think would be good for like a beginner high-end makeup kit, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. But that was all I had for you guys today. Don't forget to check out our giveaway on Instagram. We are using the Gleam site that lets you track all the entries. So I will leave that link in the description if you guys want to enter. We're giving away 3 ColourPop pressed eyeshadow palettes. So definitely go check that out. The giveaway ends on December 1st, so you guys still have a bunch of time to go enter. So definitely go do that. But thank you for joining me today, and I will see you in our next video. Bye guys!